So yeah, not coming actually in the mind what we can
Okay.
use.
Yeah.
So mostly actually, last time I have created a script using ChatGPT only. So
Yeah, no issue. So that is fine. Okay, let's proceed here. So let's start with Linux since we started shell scripting, right? So how do you find a hidden files in Linux file system?
hidden file we can use like ls-a.
Okay. If I want to kill a process in Linux file system, how do I do that?
Kill and the process ID.
Okay, kill and process ID, or is there any flag in between?
Flag, not remember.
Okay, so what about if I want to see what and all ports are open in Linux machine?
So for port we can use, I think, netstat to see
Okay.
all port.
Okay. What about if I want to what do you call it? Okay, change the permissions of a file?
So we can use chmod command and plus execute and the file name whatever you need. Or
Okay, what is sticky bit in Linux?
sorry, sticky
Bit.
Sticky bit, not sure.
Okay. If I want to see the CPU utilization on my Linux machine, how do you do that?
Okay, so we can use we can use I think top command there to see.
Okay.
And memory, I think we can use df.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So, do you have experience on working with AWS?
Yes, I have.
What can you name any 2-3 services which you worked mostly or you are comfortable with?
Yeah, mostly we are using like EC2 VPC load balancer, application load balancer we are currently using, and S3 IAM, Route 53, and SNS, CloudWatch.
Okay.
Mostly these
So
services.
what is a listener and target group in application load balancer?
So listener in the sense like we have an application load balancer, and we want to distribute traffic like whatever instances we have. So accordingly we can create a target group, and we can add like EC2 instance or whatever target we have, like containers we can add, like if we are using ECS services. So those are the like we can say a listener where we are going to send our like traffic. So where like application load balancer listen from there, like EC2 instance or whatever.
Okay, what are the different types of listener rules you have used?
So listener rule we can use like path based and IP based rule. Yeah, we can use.
Okay. What is the difference between on-demand and spot instances? And what is the best use case scenario for on-demand? And what is the best use case scenario for spot?
So on demand are like when we going to purchase an instance, so the billing is like started on demand, basically like for testing purpose and development purposes we can use. And the spot instances are those like unused capacity which are like very cheap instances, and so we can use for like we have a cron job or anything like for a small like for a particular period of time. So in that case we can use spot instances.
Okay. What is
Because
the difference between?
yeah,
Go ahead, please.
because spot instance, they can go away if AWS reclaim the capacity again. So we can't consider as a production use for spot instances.
Okay. On EC2 only, what is user data?
User data basically like properties of an EC2 instance, basically we can say.
for what we can use that?
So means what is the purpose of user data?
What is the purpose? Yeah.
So like in user data, I think we can use a script like we want to install anything on EC2 instance before it comes to us, like before running. So like we want to install HTTP server or anything else, so we can use a script in a user data, and once the instance running, it will install HTTP service over there. So
what is instance profile? What is the use of it?
Instance profile. Instance profile I missed, I think.
It's IAM instance profile. It's IAM. So do you have experience with IAM?
Yeah, I am.
Identity. So you will create an instance profile for EC2. Okay. No issue if you have not worked on. Yeah, what I was about to ask is difference between NAT gateway and internet gateway.
So internet gateways basically provide internet connectivity to our instances, like whatever in public subnet. And net gateway, actually the use of net gateway, like if we have EC2 instance in private subnet and they need some update and wants to connect internet, so in that case we are using net gateway. So net gateway, what it will do, like it allow internal traffic but doesn't allow external traffic to our private subnet.
Got it. Okay, so do you have experience with Jenkins?
Yes, I have.
So how do you create a job in Jenkins? New job.
So there are like multiple ways to create a job. We can use directly using console as well, like any we can use any type, and another way is like pipeline. We can use declarative pipeline or anything to create a job. And another way to like Jenkins library we can use to create a job. Simply fetch a code from Jenkins libraries.
Okay, so what are some common ways of debugging a Jenkins job? Let's say job is failed or something. So what are the common ways, or what are the ways you followed when you encountered these kind of issues, failure of Jenkins jobs?
So basically once we got like this job is failure, so first we need to go to that particular job and then click on the console log and then full logs. We have to check a log like from starting of first line, and then we will identify like what's the issue according to the errors. So sometimes there is a like shallow.log file exists, so due to this the pipeline is not going, and some other issues like there is some like we have a persistent worker there, which is where we are building our jobs, and then there might be a issue with the like resources. So by going through the logs, we basically find out what's the issue and what's the error there. So accordingly we will handle the like failure issues.
Okay, so what are Jenkins agents and how are they different from master?
Sorry, come again.
So what are Jenkins agents and how are they different from the Jenkins master?
So Jenkins master and slave, basically we can say as a slave also, like agent. And so Jenkins master basically to manage Jenkins as a like control plane, basically we can say. And agent basically like we have multiple projects, and one agent is we have like window agent, another one we have a Linux agent. So basically we can handle dependency according to the projects. So like agent, we run a job on Jenkins, and we can ask the job to go to particular agent, like the particular job we can define agent, and whatever agent we have, then the job will run on a particular agent, and according to the dependency we can install over there. So basically agent are handling a lot of this Jenkins master.
Okay, let's go to Terraform now. what is your experience on Terraform?
Yeah, so we have a EKS cluster, and we are managing through Terraform only in like current project.
Okay, so what is Terraform state, and what are Terraform backends? What is the best practice to configure a Terraform backend?
So Terraform state, basically whenever we created any TF file there, and when we are applying in Terraform, so it will create a TF state file. So what is in it, like whatever configuration we created, accordingly it will create a environment in our like provider, where whatever we define, like Azure or AWS. So it will create a TF state file. So every configuration is there whatever Terraform created in environment. So everything like instance ID and instance name tags, whatever we created. So those the TF state file, basically so next time what we have changed in our configuration, so it will like Terraform will check the TF state file, what the configuration are existed in the environment. So accordingly it will like check the TF state file, and then it will apply the new changes, whatever new changes we did in this file. And provider you said backend. So backend, basically where we are going to store our TF state file. So best practices are like we have to use private S3 bucket or any other like private thing, so no one can access our TF state file. So basically we are currently using a S3 bucket, private bucket, to store our TF state file.
And what about Terraform logging? State logging.
State logging. State logging, basically state logging basically, like we have a Terraform code, and the particular code is running on a particular version, like provider version or plugins version. So we added like explicitly that particular version we added in our configuration. So accordingly Terraform create this log file. So if next time like or other teams going to create configurations or override the configuration, so Terraform check the log file. So what Terraform do, like it will ask to the user to use the similar same version according to whatever in a Terraform log file. So basically, so in that case, if the user needs to if like user doesn't know the Terraform like version, whatever is there, so we will use Terraform upgrade command in this case. So it will change configuration in a log file.
Okay, now fine, Kubernetes, right? So what is the difference between config map and secrets?
So config map and secret basically handle the configurations over the Kubernetes. So config map basically like a key value pair, we can create a config map like kubectl create config map -- literal, and then whatever value we have like environment is equal to production. Accordingly we will create config map, and it will help us. So we will call these config map in our pod environment, like we identify in container section, we call like environment, and then the name of environment we can refer from like from config map, and whatever the name of config map we will add there. And secret basically handle secret things, like we have a password, like we have a JFrog artifactory, and we store we want to connect or fetch image from there, then we will use a secret accordingly, like we create a secret, and then the secret name we will use in our pod file. Then it will going to fetch the secret and like fetching the images. So as we are using a Jenkins as a code, so everything we are maintaining in like config map we are maintaining in Bitbucket. So like by default we are creating Jenkins with our default configuration. If user need anything else like new configuration or new plugins, they will raise a PR, then we are going to merge that PR, and then we will redeploy the Jenkins. So basically we are maintaining external configuration by using config map.
Okay. So what is service in Kubernetes?
So services basically there are cluster IP, node port, load balancer. So cluster IP is allow like internal communication between port, and if we want to go outside of the cluster, then we will use a node port accordingly. If we have multiple services, then we will use a load balancer, basically to expose our port outside the world.
Okay, I think I'm good. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so what are the role and responsibility for this role, this position?
So this role, the candidate, we are hiring for multiple positions, okay, and we have actually increasing our team strength from 10 to 20 plus, right? So this candidate has to work on tools like Jenkins, cloud, of course Terraform, Kubernetes, AWS cloud, and automation using Python or Shell, okay, but or Groove. So we are looking for either Groovy, Shell, or Python. Then, of course, as I asked questions about Terraform, Kubernetes, Jenkins, and AWS. That's what we are looking for in a candidate, to know all this.
Okay, Deva. Thanks.
Anything else?
No, thanks. That's...
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Have a nice weekend and advance happy Diwali.
Yeah, same to you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.